Well, as I understand it, the first webcasting of a funeral took place from the Netherlands in 1999, but now in the UK it's becoming ever more common. In the early days of taking funerals, 20 years ago, people would sometimes come along with a video camera to record in order to make it available to family and friends overseas. But now webcasting from a crematorium chapel is really quite standard, and many chapels have it in, or it will be provided in the near future, so that families can pay a fee, and then with a password, families and friends elsewhere in the world can log on at the correct time and see the ceremony broadcast live. Well, it's not a broadcast, of course, it's a narrowcast, a webcast, but only if you have the password. I see quite a lot of Facebook and other social media pages of the person that has died, and sometimes I'm invited to join the page as a friend for a few days so that I can see the comments and photographs of the person to give me more information and background. And then once the funeral has taken place, I defriend and move away from them.
I was really interested in how we could perhaps use technology in cemeteries to call up images of people that weren't on headstones. And one possible option for doing that would be to use something called an augmented reality app. And what this does, it allows people who've got things like iPads or mobile phones to use the screen of the device to look through the screen at an object and for another object to appear over that. And that's an object that's not really there, but it's within the device. Imagine we're in the cemetery. This is just a photograph of the actual headstone. I'm in the cemetery and we hold up our app, and now we can see what my mother and father actually look like. Okay, so I'm there and the device allows us to put it on. And to show you that this isn't just an image, if I move my hand behind it, you can see that's my hand appearing through the camera. Another area that I was interested in is I work around the corner from a cemetery where there are war graves, and we've got the anniversary of the Great War coming up, so one of the things I was interested in was knowing as a sociologist, wanting to know more about these people. So again, we can see that there are war graves here, but what did these people actually look like? So again, what we can do in some instances is we can find images that have been made available. So imagine again, I'm in a cemetery, I can read some information about this person who died during the Great War, but I have no idea what he looked like. But if I use the app where the images are available, imagine that I've overlaid this now. Here's an image of William Casemo, and there are some additional details about him that you can read about. So again, if I move the app around slightly, you get a sense of how it would track. And again, I've used this in the real cemetery on location. It works very efficiently. Right, another example would be that rather than using an individual headstone, you can also use a larger monument as a trigger. So there are lots of large monuments, especially national monuments, where whether you're thinking from a sociological perspective or you're interested in social history or general history, we could also use the app here. So I'm going to hold this up and show you how it could work with a larger one. Again, this works in practice.